Hey guys, Susanna here. Well, I'm back for the new prompt. I'm still working on these bits and pieces, but I thought I'd put a little butterfly just here. I'll show you the fabric where I got it from in a minute. I've also got, most people haven't noticed that, find the goat. I've got a little goat there, and I've got people, and I've got a little bird up here, but I do want to add a few critters sort of here and there, and I've got the bees around the beehive and the people, so I'm gonna sew that down eventually. But what I want to do is, I'm still doing this, but I've got, this is the bottom, okay, so I'm going to push this right up. This is the bottom of the thing, and I've still got space in between, but I had this beautiful fabric. Where is my fabric? This fabric here, and I got from my local quilt shop, and I just think they're adorable, gorgeous little critters. So I wanted to have them on there, but they are fairly big. But I thought if they were down lower and I finished off my piece, so I want to, I've got some hand dyed stuff which I've got here, and I also want to incorporate some of this. I've got these colours here in a bit of cheesecloth, but I was thinking I wouldn't mind putting this down and having the rabbit there and the squirrel there holding its little nut. And I thought, oh, I went over that and went over this here, so I was thinking I might incorporate that way it can sort of tuck under. And there was a little bit, because the fabric is a little bit on the thinner side, so I thought, oh, I definitely want to use some of the heat and bond just to make sure it's held down. And I may even go over this with a bit of watercolor like I did with the other one, and that one is going to be the same. That was up there, so I'll probably hang over the top. He will be, I don't think I'm going to go as high, so I might cut it off there. Actually, I should do that now. And this will tie in with the bits and pieces that I had up higher near my wildflowers. I had something like this, so I don't mind that's a little bit ragged on the edge like that, because I was going to tuck that in a little bit, have it coming out of there. So maybe I need to move it over. Yeah, so I probably do need to cut some of it off so that it can sit in there a bit, which is what I want. And the quilt, this got a bit of strawberry on there, so that'll tuck underneath there, so that'll be fine. And had a bit of that left over, so they can tuck just there. And then I had this, which I was thinking of putting it there. Almost looks like another little fence, and you can still see a tiny little bit of that orange, which I'm okay with. Isn't that gorgeous? It's so cute. And so I'll probably add, you know, little bits and pieces. So what I'm going to do today, I might put it down at a fraction if I can. That would be good. I've got two of my mats together because they don't fit on the one, and I'm just going to proceed to stitch down the background. So I thought I've got enough critters, I won't do anything, and then I'll do something really elaborate. So typical me, but I just think it's going to be beautiful in the way that it finishes off the piece. You know, I can probably, like, I'm going to leave that up so that I can tuck stuff underneath. Yeah, so because we still got 6 more prompts to go, So what I'm going to do, I'll just put that over there. So there and there. Oh, these little, don't forget the squirrels. And I've got this. This will probably, I'm just going to do like a canvas stitch. I've held that down with this, so where are we? And that's the definite front and a definite back on this. So I will do, there's a little bit of my glue, but I'm also going to do a bit of pinning as well. So stick that in the middle. Now hopefully you guys are still in camera. That's going to be underneath it anyway, so it's all good. Yep, it's still in camera because I've made it bigger. So, oh, that goes that way, and that goes that way. Got to work with what you got to work with. So okay, we're going to be putting it down here and not pinning it, doing it too much because we need to tuck stuff in here, and then that's going to go that way, even though that's the wrong way too, but that's okay. You got to work with what you work with. Okay. I thought that way it's still the bottom, and then see it's got a little bit of blue in there, which sort of works in quite well with this. So okay, now might get some pins. Where's my pink cushion? I might pin that down. Pin this down here. I've only got the tiny little fence, but that works. I've just had that little piece of lace sitting there and I quite like that. Okay, put that in here. And I might even put a couple up here, but I am going to be careful not to stitch all the way on the top because the fabric needs to stick underneath, and I thought I might make a feature of it rather than you know, like do a bit of canvas stitching and I'll go up and down that way, or might do another one in here. Actually might go down. I'm gonna pin myself. Okay, now get some of this. Here's another big needle, and get myself a thinner needle. Yeah, that one's good. And this is just some cotton, and I've got some other one. I'm going to use that on here. I think I'm actually thinking that might look nice on there. Either hide it. Maybe I should highlight it. You will see some of it. I might use that. There we go. think you're going to go with something and then you use something else. It's such a pretty colour. And I've got some other fabric that I got. You can see that there. And I've got this fabric from Melanie, and that's going to work really well as a thing in between. And I also managed to grab another one of these from her, so that might work really well in that as well. So yeah, still got a few options. So okay, well, where's my little scissors? So this is just a polyester. I think this actually might be a cotton thread. I usually like to use a polyester rather than cotton, but I'm glad I'm incorporating this. This is why I found some of these curtains from a op shop, and they were all white and they had these little bits in there with some texture, and I dyed them all different types of greens because I'd like to do a project down the track of incorporating some of these animals and everything. I've bought some stuff, so we'll see how we go. Now this may prove to be interesting. Let's see if we can do it that way. Got so many projects on the go, it's ridiculous. Okay, I'll use that. I'll use this. I'll start doing this with you, and then come on, the whole point of going in here is so that you wouldn't see the knot, and you can see it. Ugh, ridiculous. Might have to move these. I was just going to leave them there to show you. Little Miss Perfectionist is what I am. Okay, hold that down. I could probably put them up there. You might be able to still see the little squirrel and the bunny. And this, and I've lost, I had another one of these and I lost that one. I don't want to lose this one. They're just so cute. Okay, there we go. Sometimes it's a bit of a struggle getting started. And it's thicker on the end there. So, with some extra threads, got to be careful, don't want to trip the thread. At the moment I'm just doing like a little bit of a blind stitch because you can't really see it. This is actually the perfect colour for this. Whereas, you'll probably see it more when I go on that, on here. I might remove that. I know it's going to annoy me. So I don't know whether I do an invisible stitch or actually do a camphor stitch. Maybe I can do a bit of both. Okay. And cancer is basically just you know, just a running stitch. Doesn't have to be precise and the right size. Yeah, so you got a bit of an idea of what I want to do. Quite like that. It's not a bad colour. Fairly big stitches, and I might stop it there. And maybe go over around about there. And still got fairly big stitches, but I might make them a little bit smaller. Because this is going to make it like, you know, intentional stitching. So I might just go up and down on this and then come back to this. Because I want to tuck the stuff underneath. Okay, here we go now. Is that too far? Might be. It's okay, I'll go in a bit. There we go. You think it would be easy doing a running stitch, wouldn't you? Not always the case. So try and do it as straight as you can, but you know, it's all good if you don't. It's only just going to be holding it down. And some of this you won't see because it's going to have all the foliage and the rabbit and all that sort of stuff on it. If I feel it's too gappy, I can always go in between again and do another rung. I don't want it to be too perfect, if you know what I mean. Okay, I'll do a small one because I don't want to be able to tuck stuff underneath it. Go back again. Mr. Rabbit. Okay. Just putting some pins away. I like that. That will come up about there. Very nice. I like it. I'm glad I got some of this stuff in because I've been admiring Sarah's for quite a bit of time now. All her beautiful colours. And I thought I wouldn't mind putting some of that in there, and down the bottom is the perfect place to have something a little bit bigger. Oh my goodness, someone's zooming down the road. Oh, I quite like this colour of thread. So what I might do with you today is I'll finish doing this stitching here and maybe tuck the rabbit in. Okay, we go up and about there somewhere. Yep. Got pins everywhere. Now how far do I got to go to put the rabbit in? Okay. Okay, hopefully you could have seen me doing that. I'll be back. I'm going to sort of like stitch till about there, and then I'll iron the rabbit in, so it won't be long. Okay, I'm back again. So I've taken that, I've stitched up until, I'll zoom it in. There you go. You can see I've stitched up until here, and then for these bits here, I did a lot more there. I'm just going to go either side of the line, and then one in the middle and either side of the line all the way down. I think did a little bit more there. A lot of it's going to be covered. I might do some placing just to make sure that it's going okay. So I've got that there. I'm going to have it over, because we're going to have that tiny little piece just sitting in there. So I might have that sitting there, I think. And you can see a little bit of its foot. Maybe have it coming over. There we go. That's good. Okay, now put that down. It's handy having the fly, the leather fix. Actually, I better put it over. It's on the gap. The iron needs to be a little warmer, I think. There we go. Yeah, so I thought it'd be nice just to have the little foot sticking out. I quite like having that extra colour on there. I think it's going to look good. And then this tiny little piece is going to go in here. And that looks good. I thought, well, I might as well utilise the little bits and pieces that I got, and I'm going to go over some of that white with some paint, I think, and then stitch this down. It's looking cute. At least I know it's being held down, and it's light heat and bond, so that it makes it a little bit easier for me to sew on. Even that looks cute. So I like it. And then the other little guy is going to go in there, but I've got to sew down first. Hide him there, and maybe have his little foot sticking out there too. Okay, and that there like that, and that on the top there we go, behind him. Oh, that is so cute. Oh, I like it. So I might have to not maybe keep a little bit of the paper on the top there, because I don't want that to be ironed down. It's got to go underneath, so that can go onto the other piece of it. So what I might do is cut most of it up until about there. Keep that paper on, that way it's holding down, but I'm going to do that and then I'll take the paper off. Just have to remember that for next time. So yeah, I think sitting in there and that like that is good. Having him just a little bit lower and his little foot sticking out there. He looks like he's sitting on top of a mountain, and that one's sitting a little lower. Oh, I really like it. It's going to be so cute. So I will just continue stitching. I'll put that over there. Don't want that anywhere near the iron. And continue stitching down this, up and down, and I will see you in the next one. So yeah, I quite like it, how it's looking. Yeah, I'll catch you in the next episode, which will be in next week. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And in the meantime, I'm going to put the butterfly down as well. I really love it. It's going to be gorgeous. Oh, I thought it turned off. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Bye.